Describing something as green or perhaps eco-friendly or sustainable has become a common phrase in our day-to-day language. We're being urged to make green choices, be informed, and be conscious of the implications of our actions and what we consume. Green tourism is very much a spotlight sector for the industry, and it's clear that customers or visitors are increasingly wanting to make green choices when they travel. But cutting to the crux of the matter, what does that actually mean, and what is green tourism? How can it impact your business right now and in the future? Broadly speaking, sustainability means using resources in such a way that their own needs are met today without compromising the ability of others to meet their needs in the future. This might be natural resources, but can also mean things like social or economic resources, i.e. money or people. Then, if we distill that further and think about how tourism can be green or sustainable, it helps to think about how we can marry those two concepts together and what needs to be achieved for both of them. Tourism has economic, social, and aesthetic needs, i.e. what the visitor expects from their experience, what things cost, the logistics and the content of a holiday, and how things look and feel. Couple this with sustainability and we think about the impact of all those things. For example, how that tourism experience might affect the ecology, biology, and cultural attributes of a place. Overall, what can be grouped as their life support systems? And why do we want to do that? Ultimately, it's about creating better places to live and better places to visit. In the next sections, we'll address a few key reasons for why in more detail. Managing sustainability refers to procedures your business has in place to guide sustainability activities while ensuring compliance with regulations and legislation. It helps to break down these procedures into 3 key categories. Then think about your activities for each of these. Green ways of working broadly cover people, place, and planet. People, looking after the welfare of people in your business. Place, understanding how your business both impacts and is impacted by your local place. And planet, how does your business affect the planet and what can be done to reduce its impact? We'll take each of these areas, chat through what they are, why they are important to green or sustainable business, and importantly, what you can do to implement some of the suggestions we talk about. Let's take people first. People are vital to the tourism industry around the world, and Lincolnshire is no exception. Did you know approximately 20 million people visit our county each year, and an additional 30,000 people are employed in the tourism and hospitality sectors here, working in the 2,600 businesses that are the heart and soul of our visitor economy? Engaging with and caring about the well-being of these people is a vital part of running a green business, whether that be your staff and employees, your visitors and customers, or your suppliers. As employers, green businesses have a responsibility to have a positive impact on staff by providing an engaging, safe and happy place to work through both staff well-being and staff engagement. Well-being being the mental and physical health, and engagement meaning the level of enthusiasm, motivation and dedication a staff member feels for their role and organisation. There are several staff-related benefits to having strong green credentials within your business. Some of these include it helps your business attract and retain staff better. Did you know just over half of the UK workforce now consider sustainability an important factor when choosing an employer? It can improve productivity. Engaged employees are more likely to provide better customer service, which in turn increases sales and profitability. Highly engaged organisations see an average of 20% higher sales than their peers. And most importantly, it can help with creating better home lives. Engaged and happy staff have a better out-of-work life too. Suggestions for staff might be offering a real living wage or more long-term contracts, offering wellbeing incentives, or providing ways in which your staff can feedback and communicate with managers and owners. Thinking about your customers, there are many business benefits to actively engaging with your customers, the main benefit stemming from keeping up with changing customer demands. At least a third of UK consumers claim their purchases are now based on ethical or environmental credentials. And for some things, it's even higher. For example, 61% state they have cut back on single-use plastic. If we think about adopting a sustainable approach to working with our suppliers, it can also have several benefits to both your business and the environment. Working with more sustainable and local suppliers can have many positive impacts, such as reducing carbon emissions and pollution, supporting local employment, and promoting a sense of community. A couple of ideas for working more sustainably with your suppliers could include factoring in the green credentials of a supplier as an equal consideration to value for money, availability, and suitability when making new purchasing decisions. consider introducing a responsible purchasing policy. It can include targets such as purchasing a certain percentage of products locally or with green certificates such as the Soil Association, or perhaps buying in bulk to reduce packaging and transport needed. Encouraging and celebrating a sense of place or identity is an important part of creating a sustainable local economy. Lincolnshire has a rich cultural history and a diverse natural environment, from the Roman ruins and Tudor palaces to almost 100 nature reserves and a coastline which has a site of special scientific interest status. The county offers something for everyone. For tourism businesses, it is all of this which attracts customers, and it's vital that we play a positive role contributing to the preservation and promotion of these places and the experiences that they give to our visitors. Local architecture, language, art, food will all contribute to the sense of place of Lincolnshire. Celebrating this is what contributes to making Lincolnshire a unique destination. For example, you could help to promote local specialities such as Lincolnshire sausages, plum bread and brewers, or heritage crafts such as stonemasonry, leadworking and stained glass to help conserve our historic buildings. These experiences can involve anything from simply choosing to buy locally and ethically sourced produce, or growing your own, to offering eco-activities like cycling routes and nature trails. Conserving local green spaces and actively contributing to biodiversity is also very important to a sustainable tourism economy. Biodiversity in straightforward terms simply refers to the variety of life found on Earth and the habitats in which they live. These natural spaces, such as coasts, hills, rivers and woodlands, are major attractors for visitors, and their biodiversity contributes significantly to the attractiveness and quality of them as destinations. As well as attracting increased numbers of visitors, green spaces and biodiversity are natural carbon sinks, meaning they contribute towards reducing climate change. Plus, they have benefits for mental and physical well-being by reducing stress, reducing air pollution, and supporting physical activity and relaxation. A few ways in which you can add to your green spaces and biodiversity as a business include using native plant species or simply adding more natural colour and plant life to your outdoor areas. Add features that support and encourage wildlife like owl boxes or wildflower areas. Support nature charities in your area such as the Wildlife Trust. And finally, and really very simply, tread carefully, i.e. encourage your team and your visitors to be mindful of their natural surroundings. Try that leave no trace and treat them with respect. Cultural heritage is key for many tourism businesses. Without it, many tourists would not visit an area. In fact, recent research shows that over 50% of travellers consider history and culture to be strong influences on their choice of destination. And these visitors also tend to stay longer and spend more money than other tourists do. Reach out to cultural heritage networks and establish links with them. Many can provide you with more information and promotional material, which you can use to advertise culture and heritage sites to your customers. Each area of Lincolnshire is unique, so find out what bits of culture and heritage make your area special and add it to your story or reason to visit. For the third and final section of our Introduction to Green Tourism, we'll take a look at the planet element of our 3 Ps. This is probably the section that might first spring to mind when thinking about sustainability and green activities, the effect our actions have on the planet as a whole. All businesses have an impact on the planet, whether it's contributing to carbon emissions or polluting the natural environment. Did you know Lincolnshire currently produces 361,000 tonnes of waste each year? It helps to think about the areas of resource we use broadly within these categories: energy, water, waste, transport, and outputs being pollutions and carbon emissions, including a resulting carbon footprint. Energy, water, and transport are largely self-explanatory in terms of their usage within businesses. And if we think about waste, this refers to any substance which is discarded after primary use or has no use. It's generally divided into 3 categories. General waste, which usually goes to landfill and cannot be recycled. Recyclable waste can be separated in different streams, including glass, paper, cardboard, metal, and plastic. Organic waste can be composted and includes any material that is biodegradable and comes from either a plant or an animal. Reducing resource usage, i.e. energy, water, and wastage, is a mainstay of green tourism. There are 2 overarching benefits to sustainably managing and minimising your business use. The first of these is that sustainable resource management can actually save your business money in the long run. For example, regarding wastage. Simply by following the waste hierarchy, refuse, reduce, reuse, repurpose, or recycle waste, businesses can save money purchasing goods. The other main benefit to managing and minimizing usage is that it reduces your business's impact on the environment, your place, and significant sources of carbon emissions. Climate change is being caused by human activity emitting greenhouse gases, which then trap heat from the sun within the atmosphere, resulting in rapid global warming. Understanding your carbon footprint, i.e. the measurement of the business's CO2e, is important so that you can act to mitigate, offset, and reduce your carbon emissions. Here are some pointers for reducing resource usage in your business. Follow the waste hierarchy. Do everything you reasonably can to refuse, reduce, reuse, repurpose, or recycle waste. Monitor your resource usage. Having a better understanding of what you produce can help you understand areas of action. Reduce use of single-use items. Within a hotel, for example, single-use items account for 40% of total waste. One way to reduce this impact is to purchase products in bulk where possible and use refillable dispensers, i.e. toiletries and cleaning products, and go plastic-free. Switch things off when not in use. Switching off a single desktop computer overnight could save between £20 and £50 annually. Maintain your heating equipment. A poorly serviced boiler can increase gas costs by more than 30%. And so that completes our overview of an introduction to green tourism and the 3 pillars of content that shape its impact on the tourism industry, and also that can be used to shape the way in which your business harnesses the opportunities that green or sustainable tourism brings. Greater Lincolnshire is very well placed as a destination to lead the way with sustainable places for visitors to enjoy and stay. We have wonderful natural assets, beaches, woodlands, rolling wolds, an abundance of green and blue spaces. Our cultural and heritage products and attractions are renowned, much loved and protected, and a cornerstone of our tourism offer here in the county. It's in all our interest to create better places to live and better places to visit. And by adopting a green approach to our tourism offer, it can help make your business more sustainable, both economically and ethically. If you'd like to explore these topics in more detail, the Lincolnshire County Council Green Tourism Toolkit has lots more practical advice and strategies to consider. Take a look at business.visitlincolnshire.com and follow the links for the Green Tourism Toolkit in the resources section. Additional help is on hand by contacting your Business Lincolnshire Retail, Leisure and Hospitality Advisor. Thanks for watching.